name is Kathy, and today I will continue the talk on the release stream. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Today we'll talk about another specific release stream theme and how to analyze them for yourself. Today let's look at another common release stream, the one where you're visiting your childhood home. Remember that one of the hallmarks to help you determine if your dream is a release stream or not is the fact that there's usually some very strange feature to a release stream, like a unicorn suddenly making an appearance, or a bicycle that turns into a truck, or some totally unusual situation occurring. Some houses in dreams really do represent houses. A house from a past life, for example, or a house from our childhood, or a house we'd love to live in. But if you're having trouble interpreting a dream in which a house plays an important part, it's always a good idea to start by trying out the possibility that the house in the dream is you. That possibility has several variations, all of which can offer enormously helpful insights into any number of issues we might be considering or subconsciously struggling with. One of the interesting possibilities in dreams about two stories or more houses is that they can indicate health concerns, with the location of the potential problems in the body correlating to the location of the disturbance in the house, in the dream house. The upstairs areas can represent the body from the waist up, while the ground floor and below can represent the body from the waist down. Likewise, dreams of a house with plumbing problems, especially in the basement, can indicate a concern about the intestines. Heating or air conditioning problems in a dream house could be a subconscious mind waving a flag about the circulatory system. A leaky or faulty roof could be a hint about oncoming problems from headaches to sinus infections to potential mental health issues, particularly depression. Again, these dreams don't necessarily mean you're in some kind of health trouble. They can mean that you are simply sensing something is off in the area of the house, body, you're dreaming about. And it's worth checking out, if for no other reason than to get it off your mind once and for all, and move on to other dreams. Just as often, though, dreams of a house can offer clues to what's going on with us in the deepest parts of our minds and hearts, bringing our fears and joys and changes and longings into light so that we can fully explore them. Dreams of huge houses indicate that we're becoming aware of our limitless potential. Don't panic if you typically dream of tiny, cluttered houses, though. Those types of dream houses are usually release dream signals that we're feeling stifled and claustrophobic, like we've outgrown our lives and ourselves, our behavior and belief systems and thought patterns, and that subconsciously we're acknowledging through dreams is almost always followed by a period of great emotional and spiritual growth. Houses that need some fixing up mean that we consider ourselves works in progress. As for all those surprises and newly discovered rooms and whole unexplored parts of the house we never knew existed, these are definite messages from the subconscious to get ready for surprises in our lives, newly discovered interests and goals and potential ventures and unexpected possibilities, and whole unexplored parts of ourselves that we never knew existed. When a house plays a significant part in your dreams, then it's almost guaranteed to be an astral trip to a house you remember from this lifetime or a past one, or it's symbolic of you and your feelings about the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual issues your subconscious mind wants your conscious mind to be aware of. It's not always easy to tell which is which, but a good rule of thumb is that when the house is simply the setting for the action that takes place, and the action is in some kind of sequential order, you have astrally traveled back in time to revisit good memories or bad ones. When the house seems to be the star of the show, though, or itself the real subject of the dream, ask yourself what that house and everything you find inside might be able to teach you about you. Many of our dreams of childhood take place in the home or in one of the homes we grew up in as children. Often the house is very vivid in the dream, and it seems quite natural that we should be there again. Usually, but not always, we return to the house as an adult and some drama or encounter takes place there. Usually the house seems to be as it was when we last knew it. However, sometimes the house appears to be run down or refurbished. The people we encounter in our house in the dream may be those from our childhood or from our present life, or they may be strangers. Modern dream analysts consider such a setting capable of representing a wide variety of meanings. In general, the dream will concern itself with issues in your life that were active or began during the period in which you lived in that house. Often these concerns or conflicts have to do with childhood and parental issues that you have carried forward into your adult life. For example, if you dream of being back in the house that you lived in between the ages of 10 and 15, you would look at the feelings and situations of that time in your life to discover the matter the dream is treating. The characters and their behavior will help you target the specific meaning of your dream. In our first example, we have a man that dreamt that he was back at the 434 Chestnut Street house. He says, "We're in the kitchen, and my father has just come home from work. My girlfriend and I have come for dinner, and we're helping Mum set the table. My father has gone into the living room to read the paper, and my mother is calmly calling him to come in and help. They bicker. I wonder how they can live like this." When this man analyzed his dream, he asked himself to describe how he felt about the dream scene, one he remembered occurring repeatedly in his childhood. He said that even though he was an adult, in the dream he felt trapped, that his parents were still up to their old tricks. This man's parents had died several years earlier, but the dream vividly brought back those feelings and memories. He then asked himself if there was anything going on in his life right now that felt like being back home, listening to his parents bicker about who was being lazy and who was working hard. The man said that he was not reliving such a circumstance. In fact, he was particularly glad not to be married because he didn't want to recreate that kind of bickering in his adult life. He also said that his girlfriend wants him to live together, and he has been very reluctant, even though he likes her a lot. He then said that he thought that the dream really did target one of his major resistance to living with someone. He just doesn't want to be part of the bickering that is an integral part of so many marriages. In our next example, we have a woman that dreamt that she was back at the home she lived in during high school years, and that there was a big party going on. She was having fun being with her friends and dancing, but she couldn't find her boyfriend. She looked for him here and there, but finally decided that if he wanted to, he could come back into the party, find her, and they could dance. When this woman analyzed her dream, she described how it used to feel to be in the house. She said it was a very happy time in her life. She went to a wonderful high school, and she was very popular and had lots of parties. She then asked herself if anything going on in that house reminded her of anything in her life right now. The woman said, "No, actually, I haven't felt that way in years." Next, she asked herself about the part of the dream where she couldn't find her boyfriend, and so decided to stop looking for him. She asked herself if that reminded her of any situation in her life, perhaps with her boyfriend. The woman said, "Oh, yeah, it sure does. My boyfriend is a very quiet, reflective sort of fellow, and he doesn't take partying seriously enough. He thinks it's frivolous and unnecessary. So for several years she has let that part of her life wither away. She then said, in the dream I really was willing to say, okay, you can come to the party or not, but I'm going to dance. I believe that is more the attitude I have to take with my boyfriend, because I really miss that kind of fun I used to have when I was in school at home. To help you analyze your dreams about visiting your childhood home, ask yourself these questions. 1. Describe the home you picture in your dream. What was your life like, and how did it feel to be in that home in those days? 2. How did it feel to be at that home in the dream? 3. Do these feelings remind you of anything in your current life? 4. How so? 5. What was the dream action at your home? 6. Who were the main people in the dream? 7. Describe each one and see if they remind you of something in your current life. 8. Do the feelings of your childhood home in this dream and the people and actions in it remind you of current feelings or situations in your life? 9. How so? 10. How does seeing the parallel in your childhood experience shed light on your present life circumstances? I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.